I seek refuge in God from the outcast Satan. In the name of God, who is gracious and merciful. Quran Topics by Tanvir Kazmi. Chapter 164. Successful Woman. English audio number 1. Al-Nisa 4, verse 32. You shall not covet the qualities bestowed upon. You shall not covet the qualities bestowed upon each other by God. The men enjoy certain qualities, and the women enjoy certain qualities. You may implore God to shower you with His grace. God is fully aware of all things. For each of you, we have designated shares from the inheritance left by the parents and the relatives. Also, those relatives to you through from the inheritance left by the parents and the relatives. Also, those related to you through marriage. You shall give them their due share. God witnesses all things. Men are the maintainers of women, with what God has made some of them to excel others, and with what they spend out of their wealth. So the good women are obedient, guarding the unseen as God has guarded. If you experience rebellion from the women, you shall first talk to them and leave them alone in the beds, and you may beat them. So if they obey you, seek not a way against them. Surely God is most high, supreme. Al Tahrim 66, verse 11. And God cites as an example of those who believed the wife of Pharaoh. She said, My Lord, build me a home. Build a home for me at you in paradise, and save me from Pharaoh and his works. Save me from the transgressing people. Also, Mary, the daughter of Imran, she maintained her chastity. Then we blew into her from our spirit. She believed in the words of her Lord and his books. She was obedient. Bara 9, verse 71. The believing men and the believing women are allies of one another. They advocate righteousness and forbid evil. They observe prayers and give charity, and they obey God and His Messenger. These will be showered by Allah's mercy. God is Almighty, most wise. God promises the believing men and the believing women gardens with flowing streams, wherein they will live forever, and magnificent mansions, palaces in the gardens of Eden. And God's blessing and approvals are even greater. This is a great win, triumph. Al-Nur verse Al-Nur 24 verse 30. Tell the believing men that they shall subdue their eyes and to maintain their chastity. This is purer for them. God is fully aware of everything they do. And tell the believing women to subdue their eyes too and maintain their chastity. They shall not reveal any parts of their bodies except that which is necessary. They shall cover their chests and shall not relax this code in the presence of other than their husbands, their fathers, the fathers of their husbands, their sons, the sons of their husbands, their brothers, the sons of their brothers, the sons of their sisters, other women, the male servants or employees whose sexual desire has been nullified, or the children who have not reached puberty. They shall not strike their feet when they walk in order to shake and reveal certain detail of their body. All of you shall repent to God, O you believers, that you may succeed. Al-Ahzab 33 verse 32. O prophets, O wives of the prophet, you are not the same as any other woman. If you observe righteousness, therefore you shall not speak too softly, lest those with disease in their hearts may get the wrong ideas. You shall speak only righteousness. You shall settle down in your homes and do not mingle with the people excessively, like you used to do in the old days of ignorance. You shall observe prayers and give charity, and obey God and His Messenger. God wishes to remove all unholiness from you, O you who live around the sacred shrine, and to purify you completely. Remember what is being recited in your homes of God's revelations and the wisdom inherent therein. God is sublime aware. The submitting men, the submitting woman, the believing man and the believing woman, the obedient man and obedient woman, the truthful man, the truthful woman, the steadfast man, the steadfast woman, the reverent man, the reverent woman, the charitable man, the charitable woman, the fasting man, the fasting woman, the chaste man, the chaste woman, and the men who commemorate God frequently, and commemorating women. God has prepared for them forgiveness and a great reward. No believing man or believing woman, if God and His messenger issue any command, has any choice regarding that command. Anyone who disobeys God and His messenger has gone far astray. Al Hujurat 49, verse 11. O you believe, no people shall ridicule other people, for they may be better than they. Nor shall any woman ridicule other women, for they may be better than they. Nor shall you mock one another, or make fun of your names. Evil indeed is a reversion to wickedness after attaining faith. Anyone who does not repent after this, these are the transgressors. Al Hadith 57:12. The day will come when you see the believing men and the women with their lights radiating ahead of them and to their right. Good news is yours that on that day you will have gardens with flowing stream. You will live therein forever. This is great win. On that day the hypocritical men and the women will say to those who believed, please allow us to absorb some of your light. It will be said, go back behind you and seek light. A barrier will be set up between them, whose gate separates mercy on the inner side and punishment on the outer side. Noah 71, verse 28. Noah said, my Lord, forgive me and my parents, and anyone who enters my home as a believer, and all the believing men and the believing women, but do not give the disbelievers anything but destruction. Al Baruj 85, verse 10. Surely those who persecute the believing men and the believing women, then fail to repent, they have incurred the punishment of Gehenna. They have incurred the punishment of burning.